Hello there, Saucy Badger here with my first post-game commentary. Before we get into the gameplay I'm going to be commenting on, I just want to talk quickly about the goal of this video, why I'm doing it, and what I'm going to gain from it. Essentially, I'll be reviewing my own gameplay, looking for mistakes and ways that I could improve in the future. I'll be trying to identify not only mistakes, but also things that I did well. I try and do this as I play, but it's much easier to spot things after the fact. As a disclaimer, I have chosen one of my better games for the week, not my best, and certainly not my worst. There's definitely value in watching back really good games, as well as bad games, but for this series, I'm choosing good games because they're more fun to watch and talk about it. I think as a slightly above average player, there's a lot that others can learn from these commentaries that might actually be more useful than watching an amazing player who already does a lot of these things automatically and may not even be aware that they're doing it. Obviously, watching great players will help, but I think this series will offer something that a fantastic player won't be able to. I would encourage you to try this with your own gameplay as often as possible. Ultimately, the goal is to improve, and I hope you can improve with me. Thanks for watching and enjoy the video. Alright, so starting with the drop, I'm going to try and talk as quick as I can throughout this thing so that we can get a lot of information in here. But starting off with the drop, just going right for the door, get in there, get a Peacekeeper and an R99, pretty good loot off the start of the match. I definitely want to work on the speed of my looting. I have a hard time because I have to take my thumb off of the right stick in order to click square, and so that really slows me down. I think a lot of players are able to play claw and avoid that slight delay. So frequently at hot drops, Skull Town, stuff like that, if someone comes into the same building as me, they're very frequently able to get a weapon that I'm also going for, and that's no good at all. So that guy's sort of slid under that Peacekeeper shot. I definitely need to work on my Peacekeeper accuracy. I think maybe I'm ADSing too much, and that other players may be going right from the hip, which allows him, I think, to get the shot off a little bit quicker, and I think it might even be more likely to hit more shots off the spread. I'm not really sure why that would be. Maybe it's just more accurate that way. Or maybe they're just more accurate than me. But I feel like I'm frequently, if I have gray shields or no shields, I feel like I'm frequently getting one-shotted by the Peacekeeper, which means they're doing at least 100 damage. Probably 110 seems to be what people get when they hit a really good shot with the Peacekeeper, but that's very rare for me. I almost never am able to hit someone for 110 damage. So that's something that I need to work on for sure. My teammate was able to finish off the third guy here, and so this is kind of like an interesting moment here. Instead of looting that third box, I grappled towards the middle. My teammates decided to go the other way, and I was like, alright, I'll follow you guys. And right here, I thought that I had a hammer points for this P2020, and I didn't. So I immediately changed my mind, had to swap that back. So just little things, sort of awareness of what you picked up and what you didn't. I'm pretty sure I looked at a hammer point, and probably what happened was I meant to pick it up and I didn't. But I did think that I had one. So little stuff like that slows you down, and I think that rotating quickly in this game is really important. Especially, for me, I'm just trying to increase the number of kills that I get per game. If I have good teammates, I can win fairly regularly. I'm not winning, 5 games in a row, but it's not uncommon for me to win 2 or 3 matches in a row with some good teammates. So one of my main goals is to increase my kill count, and I think that one of the best, probably the best way to do that is to have really good rotations. Be thinking about where you want to go next, as well as acting on those thoughts very quickly. So that's definitely something that I need to work on. Here, able to get a little bit of meds from my teammates, which is big. Makes such a big difference to have people you can talk to. And it's always really important to go into a fight with full health. As you'll see, I think if I hadn't gotten these meds, I would have died right up here, and probably our team would have been eliminated. Because I am able to sort of clutch up a little bit, finish the last guy off in this fight that's coming up. I really like that grapple there. I wish I could have gotten just a little bit more height and gotten over the fence there. But here, I just decided to go for it. And again, just having really poor aim with the Peacekeeper or something. So that shot was an obvious miss. But the first one didn't look like too bad of a miss. And I only did 11 damage, which is might as well be no damage. Just really, so able to swap shields really quickly. My other teammate is still fighting in here. Charges into that gas because I saw my teammate do it. I didn't actually know if that was our gas or their gas. But once I saw that my teammate was just going for it, I said, hey, I will too. So looting up really quick while my teammates are fighting, but I kind of needed to. Probably not loot as much as I did. I think I wanted shotgun ammo and then got a little distracted just looting up. So it would have been better if I could have got here quicker. Maybe we could have avoided having both my teammates go down. But like I said, good thing I was able to heal up for that fight, because if you look now, I definitely would have died as opposed to being able to finish off that lifeline. Grabbing both reses before healing, a little bit risky, but both my teammates were fairly decent players, and I just wanted to get them up. So healing up, someone's throwing in grenades at us right now. I think my teammates are able to finish him off without my help. I wasn't even sure where he was. So now doing a little bit more looting. Again, it's always, you just want to work on speed with everything that you do. Speed is so huge. And really comes with practice for the most part, and just time put in. You know, you'll become more fluid with everything you do. You'll be able to make decisions faster and all that good stuff. But I could definitely work on my looting speed. And I think one thing that a lot of good players do is when they are looting in a situation like this, or more likely even the situation before where I was looting and there was a guy throwing grenades nearby, is that they'll err on the side of just grabbing a bunch of stuff. You know, they're grabbing almost everything that they can grab and then dropping what they don't need in what they know to be like a down moment, you know, in between battles or whatever. So I think that could save me a little bit of time looting, is just like really quickly grabbing as much as I can. And it's okay to have a few things that you don't need for a little bit, as long as you remember and drop it a little bit later, so to make room for stuff as you need it. So right here, going up top, just kind of checking our surroundings while my teammates finish looting, I think. The circle's coming in, so I figure I'll check behind us, make sure no one's coming. Now, the odds of somebody coming from over here where I'm looking is really low, because that's sort of the path that we came through. Doesn't mean someone couldn't have heard us battling or going through looting and come in behind us, but I think the odds are pretty low. If anything, it would have been up like to the northeast, coming from Cage area would have been the area to be keeping an eye on, more so than where I was looking. But I definitely want to practice kind of grabbing those zip lines and immediately jumping off. I think that's a really useful little move to be fluent with. So I'd like to work on that a little bit more in the future. But here, just kind of aimlessly looting. There's really nothing that I need. I guess it doesn't hurt to grab more light ammo, especially with an R99, but my teammates were like, let's rotate to Cage, which is smart. Like I said, I think that would be the area where they were most likely to be coming from. But I think we start hearing some shots down by the cave, so we decided to push that. And so like right there, I mean, I guess I'm like looking to see where the fight is, but I'm not sure. My headset isn't the best, so sometimes it can be a little bit hard to tell exactly where those shots are coming from. But I'd like to be a little more aggressive on my pushes. Like when we hear people fighting and we're trying to get in there, getting there fast is crucial. You know what I mean? As you can see here, we do make it in time, and I think we're able to catch the last guy really off guard. And just doing no damage with my Peacekeeper there. Really unfortunate. Missing that last shot with the Peacekeeper, so my accuracy just needs a lot of work. I think that hip firing might be the solution to that. I'm not really sure, but that's what I'm gonna give a try. I'm gonna try and just almost never ADS with the Peacekeeper, unless I'm trying to really use the the choke there for a longer range shot, or I just have time to charge it up and peek an angle or something like that. But for those quick shots, I think I'm going to be a lot better off just firing from the hip. So that's what I'm going to try and do all the time. if I can going forward, I think. So here, messing up a grapple, that's okay. There's not too much going on. Pushing up. I think we heard fighting out this way, maybe. Now I think I'm hearing a, yeah, definitely hearing a dropship coming in. So my teammate pinged the guy, so he must have called it in and then instantly ran away. And it looks like this guy came in AFK, so I just go for the easy kill. Definitely could improve my recoil control on pretty much every gun. I think the R99 is actually probably my strongest. So right there, I think I'd be a lot better off grappling a little bit closer to me, as opposed to trying to go for like the absolute maximum distance possible. I think I might be a little more consistent, actually faster, just to aim a little closer to myself on the ground and get that shot off a little bit quicker. So again, even there, I think I would have just gone for the hipfire, or should have just gone for the hipfire. Picking up a little light ammo. I think there's only one squad left at this point. We're up to 5 kills, which isn't bad. Pretty solid game for me. Just popping a few shots over here, and I really like this play actually. Just immediately, not hesitating at all, pushing around the right side. The only thing I could have done better for sure is putting my weapons away quicker. Like I was totally hidden, and then honestly, as soon as I was exposed is when I pulled my weapons out. So that should have been reversed. If I had put my weapon away immediately as I was running to the right, and then as I started coming up the hill, pulling my weapon out again. But I do that a lot, just not necessarily taking my weapon out and putting it away at the right moment. So right here, I think the smarter play would have been to climb the rock, for sure. And unfortunately, I didn't pay attention to how many shots I had in my Peacekeeper. Only hit 9 with the last pellets and get knocked down. My teammates are right behind me though, able to finish it off. But I think if I had been paying attention to how many rounds was in my Peacekeeper, could have been a little bit better there. And another thing too is like I sometimes when I'm reloading, I'll do that long strafe where I turn 90 degrees to one side or the other and sprint for a second while my guy's reloading. That's a really useful type of strafe to do. It makes you quite hard to hit. It's pretty unpredictable for most players. But I'd like to start doing that while in between shots with the Peacekeeper as well, because I do think you have enough time to kind of turn to the side and sprint for a little bit. But overall, 7 kills, 1100 damage, almost 1200 damage. Both my teammates had 4 kills, pretty good as well, and not a bad game at all. Definitely a lot to improve also. I hope you get. Hi guys, since recording the original commentary for this, it's been maybe 2 or 3 days, and I've seen some pretty big improvements in my Peacekeeper gameplay, so I just wanted to share a quick clip showing how I've changed the way that I use that gun and how much better my play with it has gotten just in a couple of days. So this stuff really can help improve gameplay super quickly, and I just wanted to show that. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.
Contact with hostile.